Hello everyone and welcome to HTR Racing, Tier 1, Round 2 in Great Britain. I must say, rather embarrassing moment. I didn't realise I had my microphone muted. So, we're on Season 2 now, and happy Halloween everybody! How lucky are we having a race falling on Halloween? So, hopefully we don't have too many crashes in this. And, judging from last season, I think it might be another close battle for Positive in the McLaren and Matt in the Alfa Romeo. And it's good to see that my old Tier 2 brother Pepski's moved up in the ranks to Tier 1 in the Red Bull as well. So, extra brownie points for that in my opinion. Always a brownie point for Red Bull in my opinion. Always. Okay, so on track right now we have English and Thalo. Also, do let me know how my solo commentary is tonight, because I'm not entirely sure how I'm going to be able to do this. Normally I have a co-host, but we live and breathe the sport, so hopefully I have enough excitement for you tonight to commentate on. And it should be a very good race, no doubt. It always is when it comes to Silverstone. It's one of my favourite tracks on the calendar. The fasts are, like the fact sections are so fast. I love it because it's easy to make overtakes, but then because of it, depending on how much speed you're carrying, will depend if you can overtake people. So you just don't know sometimes. So now on the outlap we have Hurricane, Tom, Magnetic, Rico and Alex in the Mercedes. Not sure how Alex will feel about being in a Mercedes, being a Red Bull fan, like I know he is. But oh, we have a yellow flag, and I think that just might be someone slipping up a little bit here. But who have we got on track right now? So both Ferraris are out. And now I do believe that Thalo has started his flying lap. Now let's go on board with him. There we go. I'm loving the helmet though. Absolutely loving the helmet. Maybe he's got the helmet specifically for tonight as it's Halloween. Fancy dress almost. Ooh, and he's gone well into the corner there. You need to carry it in about gear 2, gear 3 around this corner. Fast exit, there we go. Perfect. Perfect into that sector. You need to be careful on this corner not to go too fast, otherwise you'll end up oversteering and then not making it. There we go. Just like that. And then when you do make the corner, you need to make sure that you don't overextend so you don't end up invalidating your lap. So he's on for a good lap thus far, and we have a yellow flag in sector 1. Oh, and back into green flag. We're looking good, but I think the Ferrari behind him seems to be setting a faster lap. And we've had a spin, and I do believe that's Solo Harvey on his out lap. That's peculiar for Solo Harvey. And he's about to finish his lap, and Thalo sets a 1:28. A solid lap to begin with. The RCM English doesn't quite beat that lap. He gets 1:28.2. So hopefully we get one faster than that. Let's see who can contend to Thal. So, oh, Rico set a 1:28.044. Rico in the Ferrari looking really good tonight. Magnetic set a 1:28.321. Now, let's have a look here. Let's join the Red Bull of Armour King. Okay, so he's gone good into turn 1, turn 2, turn 3 looking even better. Turn 4, good speed carried into there. Ooh. and in turn 5 a little bit wider on the exit there, but still salvageable, and he's gone good into turn 6 there. DRS opens, using plenty of the curb, and will he hit it? Yes, there we go. That's a good lap. That's a good lap set. He's going to be on for a good lap here if he can go. Oh, and that's a near spin. That is a near spin. That is a near spin, and that was incredibly close for Armour King. Trio with a 143.9, Hurricane with a 132.3, Alex with a 129.3. Let's see how well Armour King can salvage this lap, because that mild jolt in the car might have just scuppered his chances at getting on top of the grid at the minute. I don't think so, because he did manage to keep it very well, so he's going to be wanting the rest of his lap to be perfect. Bit of a slower entry out on that, but into the final call, will he do it? And he's put himself in 6th. Not a bad lap from Armour King considering what happened, so hopefully everything should be going well. What I'd personally do is I'd pit and... oh, yellow flag. Yellow flag. Oh, that's just cars going slower into the pits. No cause for concern there. So we've yet to have Ennis Bay, Smiggy, Pepski, Positive, Matt and Kev for a lap, although Pepski and Ennis Bay are now on the out laps. Now let's see how Pepski does on his first, well, not the first lap I've ever seen him do in Tier 1. I have high hopes for him, and Trier sets a 127.6, Trier RT in the AlphaTauri. That's amazing! That's an amazing lap for Trier. He's just set the bar extremely high for anybody who wants to take him off that top spot. Looks like Pepski's keeping it strong. Solo Harvey's on the board now, a 129.3. Yellow flag sector 3, I don't see why that's happening. Oh, purple fastest sector for Pepski. First sector fastest, this is looking good. This is looking very good for Pepsi. Come on, Peps. Come on, mate. I know you can do it. Well, let's go on board with Pepsi now. Is he going to carry it easy into this corner, or is he going to go full throttle? Oh, slowed down a little bit too much there, but hopefully he can carry these chicanes here into cops and maggots. Here we go, yep. And he's carrying good speed there. Into the DRS sector now. It's looking good. It is looking good. Come on, Pepski, I believe in you, mate. Come on. Yep, here we go. Coming back round. Ooh, and he's using the red sausage curve there. Bit risky, but it works. Will he be able to beat the lap? Not quite. 128.827. Not a bad lap at all from his first lap in Tier 1 around Silverstone. Now we have plenty of yellow flags right now because people are letting people past. I do believe I saw an AlphaTauri go off. Good sportsmanship from Peps there, letting someone on track, or getting off the track so they can go past on their outlap, not to hinder it, that's very important. Smiggy set a 128.60, slowly approaching to lock out the front row in second. Rico needs to have a really good lap here if he wants to keep that second place. Now, we're still waiting for Ennis Bay, Positive, and Matt to come out on a lap. Will they do it anytime soon, or are they waiting for the track to be as clear as possible so they can have the physically the best lap possible? So, let's go on board with Hurricane, because I know full well that he is quite capable of setting a good lap here. It's just on an outlet, but let's have a look at Alex as well. Just coming into Sector 2 now. Coming into Sector 2 and hopefully he gets a good lap. I do admire Alex, as he did help me when it was my first season for F1 esports, and he did help when I thought everything was getting tough. So props to Alex for helping a fellow driver. That's true sportsmanship from him, and he's carried it a lot of speed into them corners. That is incredibly well for him. Second sector fastest, that's good, that's very good. We'll be looking at a very good lap here. And Matthews set a lap, a 128.244, and positive with a 127.3. No arguing there. He wants this championship this season after losing out on it. Just enough for Matthew to win. Alex F1 with a 128.5. 11th place out of 16, not too bad. So now we're just waiting for NSB to start a lap now. Magnetic, can he get any further? No, not quite. Now who else is yet to come round? So we have Armour King looking to set a better lap. So currently looking out the front row, we have Positive and Trier. Looking very good for Positive this season, putting that McLaren up there high. And he's invaluable for Armour King, and English with a 127.7. Looking very, very, very good there for English. He'll be wanting a very good season. So Armour King's going into the pits now. Let's go on board with Matthew, about to come round. Oh no, he's about to go into the pits, sorry. I do apologise about that, ladies and gentlemen. So everybody's barreling into the pits now, trying to get one last lap in there before the race starts. They want to set a very good lap, but they don't really want to be using a lot of tyres, so they can save it in case of a safety car next for the next race. This race should be brilliant. As I say, I love our own track, but then again, that's just typical patriotism from me. I love the track, and I don't know, there's nothing more to say really, I just love the track. So, oh, went a bit slow into there. I think Magnetic might be thinking of going into the pits. But 2-lap-old soft, so that won't really do him any favours. And we've had a spin from Harvey, and he'd come back onto the track. Wonder what happened there. By any chance, could it be low fuel? He doesn't seem to be going very fast at the minute. Oh no, he's keeping it low on the gearing. My brother just walked into my bedroom. At least you know. The amount of times he's walked in unannounced and not knocking. Really shouldn't have. Old Magnetic's about to cross the line. Let's have a see what his lap's going to be like. And he's set a little bit better, not enough to put him up in the positions at the minute. Now I'm wondering if Matt's going to be able to set a better lap here. I'm convinced he is, and Kev's gone back into the pits. Now let's go on board with the Haas of NSB. He's going a bit slow through cops and maggots there. Okay, so NSB with a 127.7, looking very good there. Oh, I've missed something here. Trier RT's in second place, and Positive still in first place. Okay, so I've just seen a Ferrari go out. Yep, and the Ferrari of RTM English is coming back out of the pits. Let's go in the camera with Rico over here, see if he can't set a better lap now that the track's cleared. Can he do it? No, not quite. Not quite. And Positive's now on an out lap as well. It's all hands on deck right now. Everybody's on an out lap. Everybody needs to set a really good lap here if they want any hope of getting positions. Oh, Magnetic DNF'd. What's happened there? And the yellow flag over there. What happened with Magnetic? I missed that. I'm so sorry, ladies and gentlemen. Too busy focusing on the action, gawking at all the other cars, and I'm not focusing on any crashes. Granted, we don't like seeing crashes, but it's all our guilty pleasure. We love seeing what happens in a crash, or a spin, or contact, or anything like that. It's just a guilty pleasure that everybody has. But I must say, it is my guilty pleasure as well. So everybody's now on a lap. I don't think Solo Harvey's going to be able to make his final out lap. No, he's not going to be able to make it, unfortunately. I think he's going to have to stay at the back of the grid. Unless if he's now using that Aston Martin as a lawnmower. Yeah, he's not going to make it, despite cutting the grass for Silverstone, doing the janitor's jobs for him. Rather strange tactic, but it's not the weirdest thing I've ever seen. So, here we go. Let's see if anybody can knock Positive off that top spot. And I think a Ferrari's rounded. Smiggy is currently sat in 4th. Will English be able to improve on that lap? No, he won't. He's going slow, so by the looks of things for now, Rico's retired from the session. Oh, and Positive sets another fastest lap. A 127.1, bordering a 126. What the heck, Positive? You're steaming right now. Oh, we've had 2 more retirements. English and Kev. I think some of them have retired in the pits, but I know for certain that Magnetic didn't retire in the pits. I'm not sure if he just pulled over or not, but the looks of things. Oh, and Tom, VXR Tom, sets a faster lap than his teammate Tria. And Ennisbear, a 127.4, even better. That's incredible. Tria can't do any better than that. So we have a McLaren and a Haas locking out the front row. I never thought I'd say that, a Haas locking out the front row. What kind of weird world are we living in now? Am I in the Twilight Zone? Can somebody pull me out of the Twilight Zone? So, as we stand, the grid looks like this. So, locking out the front row, we have Ennis Bay and Positive, Tom, Tria, Smiggy, English, Rico, Thallow, Alex, Magnetic, Armour King, Matthew, Hurricane, Pepsi, Kev, and Harvey. So it looks like 90% of the drivers have used soft tyres today. So that might not help them in the long runs. In case there's a safety car, they might have to use softs if there's a safety car to try and get the advantage and jump the gun. But oh, and it's a wet race. This is gonna be even more interesting. If it was me, knowing me, I'd probably end up causing a safety car on this, because unfortunately I'm not the best at driving in the wet. Never have been, I don't think I will be either. Especially not on the steering wheel, because I haven't really practiced that much on the wet with a steering wheel. So it's going to be quite interesting for this one, I reckon. When the session starting in 30 seconds, I'm looking forward to this. And the grid's lined up.
Right then, the formation
now,
lap has started.
how is everything going to go? How is everything going to stack up this race? Everybody's on intermediates. Not a lot of standing water.
They'll be wanting to settle in and concentrate, as this race, in these conditions, will require a lot of focus.
As Digital Crofty just said there, he is quite correct. It will take a lot of focus for this race for everybody to keep on the grid, so minimal distractions and minimal penalties and brake lockups will be desired, as otherwise that will end up causing a massive safety car that won't end for a while, because a safety car under wet race conditions takes a lot longer to finish up. Because obviously you can't go as fast around the track as you do in the dry. And then you've got to take care as you turn corners as well. So everything's stacked up now. It's all down to this. 16 cars line up. Will 16 cars finish? And here goes the lights from round 2 at Great Britain. And it's lights out and away we go! So Positive gets the good start, but Ennisbay's right on his tail. Here we go. And Ennisbay makes a quick overtake, and Positive fights it back. And we've got contact in the back. Solo Harvey's out, and a Ferrari's gone down in the grid. AB Rico's gone down. Alex has lost places, and oh my lord, and Alex has received a 5-second penalty for colliding with Matt. What on earth is going on? What happened there? Pepsi's fallen back. So's Magnetic as well. Let's see what's going on back here. I've got not a clue what's happened there. By the looks of things, it might be Rico who was involved in that entanglement. And looks like we have a safety car already. And Pepski's got a 5-second penalty for ignoring yellow flags. Oh, come on, Peps. You're better than this. Come on, mate. So that's going to go against both drivers' results at the end of the race. So not looking good for the back of the grid right now. So looks like we're in virtual safety car conditions whilst we clean up all the debris that was on track. So bad race start from Solo Harvey. He'll want to be sleeping this one off tonight, unfortunately for him. It's an unfortunate situation that he's had to be put in, but it's fine. And we're on green flag conditions yet again. Ennis Bay close behind, followed by Tom, Smiggy, Trier. And we've had an overtake from Armour King on Matthew, and Matthew's also fallen to Hurricane as well. You've got to wonder, is there any damage on that Alfa Romeo? And Trier and Fallow are having quite an interesting battle, and Trier's gone off track, and Positive sets a 158. Here we go then. Will Fallow try and make another overtake? No, he won't. And Positive's already stretching out that gap behind. A 1.1 second gap, and meanwhile Tom's close on the approach of Ennis Bay. So Pepski's gone into the pits, no doubt taking some damage and serving his 5-second penalty. So lucky for him, he won't have to have that penalty at the end. So he comes back out, and Rico has come off. He's come off and he's spinning. That's bound to have overheated his tyres now. He'll be having some trouble keeping hold of that car now. Alex F1's been overtaken, and there's a battle currently going on right now. Here we go then. Is the Williams going to be able to overtake the Mercedes? Hurricane about to make a move? No, he can't. Alex keeps it very strong on the corners there. And Smiggy's about to approach the XR Tom up there. So it's looking like okay, so Matthew's currently sat in 8th. Hopefully he'll be able to pull out all the stops and get back onto the podium. And Positive sets another fastest lap with a 140.1. And there's a massive gap forming now for Positive and Ennis Bay. Looking good for a first place for Positive, but everything could change. Everything could change all at once. Let's have a look on board with Trier and his battle with Fallow. Fallow's currently trying to overtake Trier for 5th place. How far behind? Oh, he's close in, but all that dirty air going into the face of that Alpine won't be helping him, but he's still keeping good pace behind Trier. The question is, will he be able to have enough slipstream in the wet conditions to overtake that AlphaTauri? Now let's go on board with Fallow, see if he can't make an overtake. And meanwhile, Trier is slowly gaining on Smiggy. Will Smiggy be able to keep his position, and will Tom be able to keep his position as well? Smiggy currently 2/10 behind Tom. Oh, and are we about to see an overtake over here? Round on the outside, so that means that Tom's going to be able to keep this corner. And oh, you're getting a bit close for comfort there. There could have been contact there, but luckily for him, no contact was made. Now Trier is slowly creeping behind that Haas. Will he be able to make it? And Positive again with a fastest lap. I think he's in it for keeps this season. It's like a beast has awoken within him. He's gone Ultra Instinct Positive. Or plus Ultra Instinct, I don't know. You get the idea. He's the beast has awoken within him, and oh, we nearly have contact from Fallow and Trier. Careful there, Fallow. You don't want to don't want to bin both of your races. That'll go against you two. And close, pushing him off there a little bit. I think that might be getting looked into after the race. But let's go on the outside camera right now. Wheel-to-wheel action over here from Thallo and Trier. And Thallo tries to make an overtake and there's close contact there. And the AlphaTauri sneaks in front and there's contact! There's contact! I heard contact! And it's getting a bit close and there's massive contact there! Bit dirty from Thallo there, I won't lie. I hate to be biased there, but there was clearly Thallo pushing too hard and making contact there, nearly costing Trier a race. Going a bit wide into the corner there. He's just got to keep it focused and get enough pace. Use that overtake button as well to get in front of that Alpine. So now nearly a 3-second gap between the leader and second place. A 1-second gap between second place and third. It's looking awfully close in the front row right now. But will Trier be able to make it into the top 5? Matthew's currently trying to make a move on Armour King, who's currently 3 seconds sat behind Trier right now. So, with enough pace, I reckon Matthew could be able to play any safety cars or any pits into his hands. He can make an old set of tyres last a really long time. Oh, and there was a near spin there from Trier. That's not good for him and he's fallen back. So Smiggy and Tom and Enesbay are currently fighting it for second place. Got to remember, in wet conditions there is no DRS, so it is simply up to the overtake button, used sparingly, and the driver's skill to make sure that they get as high on this grid as possible. I must say, I do feel for Petsky though. I think what happened there is he was accidental cannon fodder for the incident beforehand, causing him to drop back a few places. And we have a yellow flag, and it's a Ferrari. It's the Ferrari of RTM English. Have we got any damage? Any damage? No damage as it looks to me thus far, but 12-second gap now formed between him and his teammate. Not good, and there's a battle between Hurricane and Alex F1 going on right now. I'm going to get on board on that. Now let's go on board with Alex F1. Is he going to be able to overtake? No, he's on the outside, and there's near contact there. But good defending and good position defending there from Alex F1. He's just got to make a gap between him and the cars behind so that penalty doesn't affect him, although I think as it's a 5-second, he should be able to serve that in the pits. And let's go back on board with Hurricane, see if Hurricane can't answer the call and the taunt that Alex has just given, taking his place off of him. The battle up front has now just turned to a battle of 2. Oh, no, back into 3. Smiggy's trying to keep as much pace as possible, but you've got to be careful with these wet tyres because the quicker the track dries up, obviously the less traction you'll have, because obviously the treads won't go as... The treads are mainly there to disperse water, so it'll burn out a lot quicker because of the treads. And it'll go down to the wire, and we've got another spin, and it's the Ferrari of RTM English yet again. Not a good race for English today. Positive quite happily sitting out there in the front row, and just coming off the corner there in sector 3. So thus far we've only had one virtual safety car, which is quite good, especially for a wet race. Oh, and Hurricane's making more overtakes over here. I need to stay on board with this battle. This battle's coming down to the wire here, and back to where they were before. Deja vu. Will he be able to claim it again? Ooh, and he's getting closer and closer and closer to that Mercedes, but will he be able to overtake? Will he? Won't he? Let's go on board with Alex, right side by side. is the Williams and the Mercedes, and he's got a bit slow into that corner, but I can see what the Williams is trying to do, and he's made contact, but he's also made a switchback overtake, and that's good. But will Alex be able to have enough pace into this corner to keep his position? Yes, he will. What fantastic racing. But oh no, Hurricane's overtaking him. He's got better pace. Fantastic stuff from Hurricane there, making an overtake on Alex yet again. Now, will Alex be able to harness the power of the last of the late breakers and try overtake in Cops Maggots? But I don't actually... overtaking there might not be the best idea, but will he be able to overtake in this corner here? It's risky. However, it can pull off. We don't want a repeat of 2021's race with Lewis Hamilton and Max Verstappen, as that was, yeah, not a very good day to be a Red Bull fan, let's say the least. Considering Lewis nearly tried to kill our driver, but hey, well. Oh, and Tree has overtaken Thallow. Thallow's going to try respond, but Tree has got the upper hand being on the inside line. And Tree has kept it very good into the corners there, keeping good pace too. But oh no, Thallow's coming up, and he's overtaken again, and Smiggy set a 139.7, trying to take that extra point. And here we go then. Thallow and Tree are back in fighting with each other. Looking like a very compelling race today. Oh, and are we going to see the AlphaTauri pick up the pace here and try overtake the Alpine? So on board with number 48 right now of the AlphaTauri. So turning in right now, let's have a look at the gap between Tree and Thallow. 7/10 away from Thallow. Looking like a close battle this. Making it into a 6/10 gap. But then Thallow responding by keeping the pace up. Very solid into the corner. Into Maggots now. Gone a little wider on the corner and a little slow in there. And Tree has got a 3-second time penalty for track limits. That's not going to go good for the end of his race. He's going to have to really push out all the stops to get where he wants to be in this race. And we have a yellow flag, and it's the Ferrari yet again of English. It's not keeping it very well, and I think Pepski's actually trying to take up. Pepski's catching up to him in the Red Bull. Go on, Peps. Any points in this race will be good points for Pepski. It's his first season after all, so there is some leeway to it. Rico's getting closer to Magnetic in front of him. The main battle we've got on right now is between Tria and Thallow and Smiggy. And then Tom trying to get on the back of Ennis Bay. But meanwhile, out in front, Positive's having a whale of a time, not having to race anybody. So let's have a look at how Thallow and Tria's battle going on. 4/10 behind Smiggy right now. Looking good to set up for an overtake. Try pressure Smiggy into making a mistake. So here we go then. It's looking like a fairly collision-free race today. There's not been very major collisions today. Okay, so Tree has gone into the pits and he's served his penalty. Now Hurricane is back out into the pits. Alex is now put into 9th and Kev's been put into 10th. I do apologise about going quiet, but I'm just going to let you enjoy the racing action temporarily. Enjoy the sounds of the F1 cars and the battling. And watching the screen to your left on what lap we're on and the intervals between each driver, and it looks like Matthew's going to try and make a overtake on Armour King, so I shall leave you to watch this battle unfold. How close is this going to get? I'm not sure, but if I know Matt, how it's going to go, but knowing Matt and the driver he is, he's getting really good. Ooh, Pepski's going to make an overtake on English as well. He's properly caught up. Okay, so we finally have some pits from Ennis Bay, Tom and Fallow. So Armour King will be looking to... Oh, Armour King's gone into the pits as well, so Matthew is going to go up into third, providing Ennis Bay doesn't come out before him, and it looks like that will be the case. Matthew will go up into third place. Now, will he be able to keep the gap? Not good. Not very good at all. And plug controller in, and crisis averted. So, currently as it stands, we have a 7-second gap between Smiggy and Positive. So, Positive is quite comfortably sat in first place, although he will have to pit soon. That's the only issue he's got. So now we have Matt in third, Hurricane fourth, Ennis Bay fifth, then Tom, Fallow, Tria, Alex, Armour King, Pepski, Magnetic, Rico, Kev, and RTM English, and Matt a little bit of a slippy doodah there. And Positive sets a new fastest lap of a 1:39.0. Positive he's just a different league at this point. So Hurricane's gone into the pit now, so that'll set him back a few positions. I think he'll come out roughly in 10th place. By the look of things, it is going to be 9th place. Which isn't necessarily bad. Oh wait, no. 10th place, sorry. 10th place. But obviously his position will get bumped up a little bit due to the time penalties of Tria, Alex and Armour King. That will set him back a while. Positive's gone into the pit. This is going to shuffle up the grid even more now. It looks like Smiggy's going to go into first place. Smiggy into first place. Let's have a look. Let's see it happen. And into first place he goes. Now, Positive's going to have to fight and claw his way back up the grid. And is he going to come out in front of Matthew? There's a 20-second gap between Matthew and Smiggy. I don't think he's going to be able to come out in front. Will he? No. Matthew goes into second place. Matthew's put himself on the podium. Even better for Matthew. And Fallow sets a 1:38.992. I think the track's drying up slowly and progressively now, so hopefully by about lap 20 we could see slick tyres. Alex F1 has now gone into the pits. I'm not sure if he'll be able to serve his time penalty there. But right now, there's not too much action going on right now. Rico's trying to overtake Magnetic, and Fallow is trying to overtake Tom. So, and Tom's currently trying to catch up to Ennis Bay as well. And Alex is coming out third in front of Kev and English, and we had a bit of a lock up there from Magnetic. And Alex has got a 3-second time penalty now. Ooh, dear. A lot of time penalties for Alex over there. I will ask though, can people who are watching the stream currently ask about, well, tell me how I'm doing in terms of commentary. I know I've been a bit silent, but sometimes it can be, it is my first time going solo, so it is a little bit more difficult for me. Trying to make it engaging for everybody, but I'm just not quite sure how. As time progresses, I'm sure I'll get better at it. So I'm currently just letting you enjoy the action unfold. Oh, and Pozos is going to try to take a move on Matt here. Looking like shades of previous championships here. Now this is the action that we all want to see, and it looks like we have a Ferrari round, and it's English. Now, will that cause a safety car? But let's see, after we come round here on board with Matthew, what happened to the Ferrari. And oh, it's gone. Never mind, it's gone. Apparently the stewards here are magicians. So here we go then. Positive going to try and overtake Matthew. I reckon he's going to try and do it just off the exit of... well, just onto the entry of Sector 3 here. Into Maggots right now. And turn the corner, keeping good speed, keeping good pace there. And he's getting ever closer to Matt. He's going to push, he's using his overtake button here. Here we go, right now. We're having shades of last year's championship battle between these two, and Matthew keeps in front at the minute, but oh no! He's made an overtake! Positive's made an overtake on Matthew, and that was an incredible switch back there. That was an excellent overtake from Positive there. He is definitely in this to win. He's looking to win this entire championship right now. And NSB sets a 138.9 and a Haas. Again, I never thought I'd be saying that, but there we go. This is just how... I'd say backwards, but this is how interesting Hypertier can get. Cars that you thought that were at the back of the grid that can't go as quick can set faster slaps too. I mean, for goodness sakes, the Haas is currently in the lead. Nathalo's made an overtake on Tom. And the gap between Matthew and Positive's falling back here. So what Matthew's going to have to do is he's going to have to use that overtake button to try and keep up with the pace of the McLaren in front of him if he has any hope of getting second place today. And meanwhile Tom is close on the tail of Thalo again. Let's keep on board whilst we await Matthew's approach on Positive again. It's been a fairly quiet race today. Only one virtual safety car, and that's what we like to see. Some proper racing without any safety car overtakes, or otherwise I'd end up losing my mind, probably, having to keep up with all the shuffles. So currently 3 tenths away from Thalo. And Positive sets a 1:38.960. These fastest laps are coming thick and fast, but the improvements are marginal between the others. And I think Matthews lost the pace against Positive. I think Positive's going to keep second place unless if there's a safety car that happens. Hopefully we don't finish this race under a safety car. Nobody likes a safety car finish, as F1 Twitter's already proven. And Matthew's got a 3-second time penalty. That's going to go against the end of his race, and that is not good news. Not good news. So Ennis, he's going to want to keep Ennis Bay behind him. Closer here. Thallo and Tom and Trias seem to be in a very intense battle here, so I think Alpine and AlphaTauri are going to be in close competition here. And we have a Mercedes that's gone round, and that's Alex. Slowed down, he's picking up the pace again, and that's unfortunate for him back in last place. That's unfortunate for Alex. Now Pepski seems to have recovered his race quite well here, into 10th. That's solid points for the Red Bull driver. Looking good for Positive. I mean, Pepsi, they're not Positive. Wrong driver. Thallo getting closer to Ennis Bay as well. But if he keeps that close, I do believe Ennis Bay is on a 5-second time penalty. So as it stands, Thallo will make it up to 4th place, and Tom will make it up into 5th. Everybody's just going to want to keep it clean throughout the rest of this race and keep their positions, especially the 5 drivers with the time penalties. It shouldn't impact Alex too much due to his unfortunate position. And I do hope he comes back again this week with the driver spirit on his side to get into the high positions, into the top 10 at least. Been an unfortunate session for Alex F1. But Thallo's going to make a move now. He's going to make a move on Thallo. He's going to get ever closer. Let's go on the off-board camera to see how close Thallo can get to Ennis Bay. He is getting it quite close. And Rico is currently 7/10 behind Magnetic. And Rico's got a 3-second time penalty. So even if he does overtake Magnetic, that's going to go against his race and set him back a position. and Ennisbay's getting quite close on Matthew as well. And Ennisbay's getting 2 tenths behind Matthew here, and it's getting closer in terms of contact. Let's go on board with Ennisbay now, into Maggot's corner. Getting ever closer, and Salo's right behind Ennisbay now, we're getting even closer. And Tom's going to try wave his glove in this duel. Becoming a bit of a joust between these drivers right now. Although the 2 drivers in front with the time penalties, it's going to go against the race. So as it stands, it looks like... Oh, and positive sense of 138.2! He's absolutely smashed his lap here. I don't think, unless if Smiggy loses this at the end here, that the result is going to be any different at the moment. So as it stands, it looks like Smiggy and Positive are going to be first and second, respectively. Oh, and we've got... Oh, and Matthew's gone off! Matthew's gone off! We've got a yellow flag in sector 1, and Matthew's had a heartbreak! Now Ennisbay's gone up into 3rd place, and now Salo's going to try and make that 4th place into a 3rd as well, 1/10 behind. We've had a blue flag from Alex in Positive. That's 2 cars that he's been lapped by now, and it's getting ever closer between Salo and Ennisbay. Salo's got to make sure he doesn't go track limits and doesn't make any contact into Cops here. Salo's gone off, but luckily he didn't go off too quickly, otherwise that would have resulted in a penalty. Or a warning by the very least. Pepsi and Magnetic are battling back in 10th. It's all or nothing to play for in this race. Positive sense of... Positive just needs to stop setting faster slaps here. He's making everybody look bad. Including Smiggy. Now, unless by some sheer miracle that Positive actually cuts off all of that time, which it looks like he is doing, between him and Smiggy, he might actually end up being in 1st place here. And Thal's going to try and make another overtake, and he's not quite there. Now, he needs good pace coming off this corner here. Magnetic with a 3-second time. Matthew's gone into the pits. His position won't change because there's a 42-second gap between him and Hurricane behind, and it's getting closer and closer between Thalo and the Haas of Ennisbay here. But as it stands, because of the time penalty that Ennisbay's got, it will look like that Thalo's going to go into 3rd place, and Armour King's got a 3-second time penalty, and that's going to affect the race for him, which is going to put him... Actually, no, it won't. It'll put him in the same position he is. He will stay in 7th, and Matt will stay in 8th by the looks of things. And Tom is closely approaching Thalo at the back here. And now let's go on board with Ennisbay here. It's the battle for 3rd place. And Positive! 1 second behind Smiggy. And he's nearly set a 137. He's shedding the time off here. I don't think he'll be able to make it, but unless if Smiggy's pressured into making a mistake, it looks like that Smiggy's going to win a race here today. But is Positive going to make it? And there's been another blue flag. And by the looks of things, I think... Oh, and 7 tenths now! The pace off Smiggy is dropping! Now Positive's going to push that car to the nth degree to try and get into first place here. And Fowler looks like he's going to be in third place quite comfortably here due to the time penalty. And we have a yellow flag, sorry. Now, is Positive going to be able to overtake Smiggy on the last lap of this race? It's getting incredibly close here. He's used all of his overtake, but will he need it? Is he going to have enough pace to get in front of that Haas? 2 tenths now, and it's getting closer and closer. He needs to get on the outside, but as it stands, it looks like it's going to be a very close finish. Is it going to be enough? Is it going to be enough? No, it's not, and Smiggy wins! By the skin of his teeth, Smiggy wins and Positive gets it. And oh, there's contact between Thallow and Ennis Bay. And oh, and Ennis Bay spun and Tom's back up into 4th. And it's 5th place for Ennis Bay. And the podium, as it stands now, looks like it's going to be Smiggy, Positive and Thallow on the podium today. What an end to a race that was! I thought it was going to come down to a 4-toe finish. Kev's got a 3-second time penalty. The race is over for Alex F1 due to being a lap behind the rest of the pack. So, Smiggy, a well-deserved win from him today after fending off Positive right to the last. Positive was pressured at the end there. And unfortunately, it cost him first place today. But a well-fought race today. I think Smiggy deserves that podium. And last across the line is Kev. So now, let's join the celebrations for the Haas. So we have a race winner in the Haas for Smiggy. Congratulations to Smiggy on winning his race in Great Britain. And driver of the day, Hurricane. My personal driver of the day is more than likely Smiggy for the absolute intense racing that we've just had at the end of the race right there. That got incredibly close to call. That got too close to call. It got uncomfortably close there because it could have ended up in contact. But the Haas stayed strong and he managed to keep it up there. And in the end, his hard work, as a result of his hard work, he's kept it and he's got first place. Congratulations to Smiggy and to Positive for such a hard-fought race. And to the Alpine as well, congratulations on third place. So, the race results. Smiggy in first, Positive, Thallow, Tom, Ennisbay, Trier, Armour King, Matthew, Hurricane, Pepski, Magnetic, Rico, Kev, Alex, and unfortunately English and Harvey didn't manage to finish. Which was unfortunate for them. However, it looks like it's been a very good race for Haas today. That was going to bunk him right up in the championships. And Ennis Bay in 5th place is going to put them up in the constructors as well. And the fact that Smiggy didn't stop once and he kept his pace up, that is incredible racing from Smiggy. despite the fact his tyres were worn out and he lost pace. He kept it clean, he kept it strong, and in the end, it resulted in a first place for him. So, I hope you enjoyed the solo commentary today. It was a little bit more silent from me, but do let me know how my commentary was. I hope you enjoyed today's race, and happy Halloween to everybody, and we'll see you for round 3